How's it going, guys? Sith Holocron here from the Dongers of Runeterra. We are a European group of Legends of Runeterra players, and patches make me oh so happy. Oh, so happy. Because it allows me to redo decks and add in cards that have been nerfed or made better or worse by whatever kind of things that they are. So I'm actually going to make a deck using well, at least two cards that have been buffed and changed, and we're going to go with Shadow Wilds and Demacia. Probably still my two favorite regions in the game. So let's go to a brand new deck, and we are going to take Lucian, as his level up can now happen in game. So when he sees 4 allies or an allied Senna die, he levels up and becomes a double attack. And then we are going to also add in Kalista, because Kalista's spell is the Black Spear, and it now deals 4 damage to a unit. And the change to Black Spear is enormous, to the point that that is going to be the very first card I now put in. So let's go to Demacia Shadow Wilds, come out of this, and go in here and put in Black Spear. We're going to also put in Val Feast, because it's far too good not to. And then we are also going to put in... where is it? Absorb Soul. So I'm making the deck up as I go along. We are in Demacia, so we are going to go for one of these. We are also going to go for a couple of these. We are also going to go for this. I'm going to put in a couple of Cursed Keepers, because I think that's an excellent card. Let's have a wee look here and see what we've got. So I think, to be totally honest, I want... I'm pretty sure I want a couple of these. Yeah, might put a couple of Rekindlers in as well. Okay, so that's 31 cards. Let's see what I actually want. We might put in a Ledros and a Bright Steel. And Genevieve's pretty good, so I'll put Genevieve in. So look at the mana cost. Nothing for 5 Radiance. And we could probably do this as well. Okay, so that's a deck that I've just built straight away, as you've just seen off the top of my head, and then I'm going to think about what I'm doing. So I'm basing it around Lucian, who's got a buff in patch 114. So pretty much when the 4th one dies, Lucian's far better to throw out on the right-hand side of your deck when you're attacking, keeping back and letting other things die to level him up to get his quick attack. Now, immediately, I haven't put in the person that we really need in, which is Senna, and I've completely went out of my head altogether. So now we've got a 43 card deck. And the other person is, champion-wise, is Kalista, who needs to see 3 allies die, 4 allies die. That's the reason why we're going with both. But one of the reasons why we're going for this is the Black Spear. And the Black Spear deals 4 to a unit instead of 3, which now essentially means, if we look at what we have here, that would have killed everything here, but Shyvana would have stayed alive. Maokai would have stayed alive. You know, when you're looking at things, Quinn would have stayed alive. Now, however, Maokai and Quinn and Shyvana, even though she has now got a buff, she's now a 4/4, not a 3/4. Black Spear now kills everything. So if you look at this, it's if an ally dies this round, and we are looking our allies to die. That is a very big thing in this deck, are things to die. We're in Shadowwise, so that's a fantastically good way to kind of determine where we are. I'm going up here, and that's quite low in spells. I think we've got too many things here. Two. So I think I may want 3 more spells, and I think genuinely we need glimpses in here. Just let me go through this for a little second. Let's take out these 2 for a start. Let's take those 2 out straight away. We may even take the Rekindler out, and that's just down to 42. And then we've got a couple here that we could probably just remove down to 1s of. Let me have a little look. We could 24 into 18. Okay, so I'm just going to go through what we've got and then come back and see what it actually needs more. So we should now be on 15 spells and 27 units, which is pretty decent. Health for 1 mana. Okay, Absorb Soul, ridiculously good. Like, just utterly ridiculous. A card that I think if you're in Shadowwise, you have to be running 3 of. Especially in this match. So Black Spear is going to be a game changer. There is no doubt about that in my mind at all. It's now far too powerful for 3 mana, and it's a good change. So if you are playing away, you've killed off somebody else, they're playing Shadowwise, and they go to Black Spear your Kalista. Well, number 1, you're going to lose your champion. So you're going to lose it. 9 times out of 10, however, you'll probably have a mana. Drain 4 from an ally is fantastic. Like, brilliantly fantastic. Especially if you can do it against small stuff. And I'm going to be looking at doing another Elise deck with Absorb Soul in it and Black Spear. I think that whole fearsome route with a whole load of fearsome spiders and things like that could be very well put in the meta. But I want to do Lucian first to see what we get. Fleet Feather Tracker, anytime you put down another ally, you get grant Challenger. Ranger's Resolve to give everybody tough is a brilliant spell. And I haven't even put single combat in here yet, which is probably a mistake. So let me put in single combat. We're putting in at least 3, so now we need to lose 5. Curse Keeper is brilliant to Absorb Soul or Vile Feast with. Drain 1, get another unit, and then make your Cursed Keeper a 3/4. No, a 4/3. I'm being silly. I haven't played Shadowwise in ages. What's wrong with me? And Glimpse Beyond, kill an ally to draw 2, so card draw. Bright Steel Protector is excellent, and then obviously we're into Lucian. Single combat, in a hugely Demacia deck, it's a 3 of. I mean, it just is. But we're in things where we want to be killing things off, and that does kill things off. We've also got Black Spear and Kalista and Senna. And then we're in these sort of cards. And I think 18's too much. So we're going to keep that. Ranger's Resolve, we could probably get it. If I want them to die, there's no point playing Ranger's Resolve. So that's us down to just using 2. And that puts us at 15 spells. I'm okay with that. So that's our only 1-drop. We're going to keep 2 of these. I could, for instance... I don't think we need single combat at all. We could keep... No, I don't even want to keep 1. I don't even want to keep 1. So that's now our spells down to 12. That's not enough. I like to be between 14 and 16 normally, spell-wise. Especially in here. Have we got something good? Hmm. Well, let's check our spell. So none of these down here at all are that good, realistically speaking. So Black Spear, Vile Feast, Glimpse, and Absorb Soul. That's the 12. I'd like three more, to be honest. And then and here's how I build decks. I go, this is a really good idea, and then so there's no point soul shepherding. Unspeakable Horror is okay because it grants you another card. I mean, that's quite decent, but 12's very short. But then we do have three Genevieves, who is a scout and challenger. Radiant for lifesteal and tough. Grizzled Ranger turns into a Badger Bear, so that's pretty good. Senna, you have to play Senna in a Lucian deck. Kalista, decent because she will level up and bring out something kind of big as well. Black Spear is what we're basing the whole deck around. Vile Feast's too good not to have. I may. Oh, you see, here we go. We're on 39 and I'm wanting to take things out. Curse Keeper, or I'm beginning to think Fleet Feather is just not that good a thing at all. And if that's not that good, is that good? Probably not. So then we could go a little bit more Shadowizing. We're now on 33. We could go. We could go Bark Beast. And that's 24. That leaves us with 3, and we could go for 2s of other things. So 2 spells. I don't want tough. Fading Memories would be good because it makes it ephemeral, so we could do that. And that costs 0, which is fantastic. And then we could maybe do 2 single combats. Okay. This is starting to take shape in the head now, so it is. Yeah, okay, here's the deck. We now have 16 spells, 24 units. In my head, that feels really, really quite more well-rounded. I like it a lot. This is Lucian's Black Spear. 2 Fading Memories. Pick a follower, create an ephemeral copy of it in hand. Really good if you pick like a Bark Beast, which will then die if you've got one out. It becomes a 3/3. Absorb Soul will add 4 to your Nexus at all times. Fading Memories and Absorb Soul on the Accursed Keeper is fantastic. I think we're doing really well here with the spells, especially with him, as we are not running anything at all like Ravenous Butcher, and we're not running the 3-drop that brings out the 2 ephemerals in the Blighted Caretaker. So to maximize the Bark Beast grant and the Cursed Keeper grant, we've got a lot of things that also help with Nexus health, which is kind of decent. Glimpse Beyond, kill an ally to draw 2. Again, really good if you've bricked out in your hands. Lucian, we want people to die to level him up as quick as possible. 2 single combats. If you get something really, really cheap and kill it off, well, there you go. We're doing really well. Very good if no one's actually trying to block your Lucian, and then all of a sudden he's coming in with a 4, well, an 8 attack if he goes to a quick attack if somebody's stupid enough not to block him. Vile Feast, 1 to your Nexus in health, 1 to a unit. So again, you could be killing off your Cursed Keeper. You can kill off anything. I mean, you can take 1 off a leveled up Lucian, and that's equally as good as well. In late game, taking 1 off a tough Radiant Guardian does absolutely nothing, just gains you a Spider as well, which is, I mean, that's one of the best cards in the deck. Black Spear to deal 4 because things will die. We are in Shadowwise. And the one thing I am actually liking about this is our top end mana is only 6. So we've got Kalista. We want to see our allies die early doors. So every time after that, even if Kalista or Lucian dies, that's fantastic. We've got Senna. We can throw her out, die, and make Lucian level up. But then if Lucian dies, she levels up and becomes a massive 10 giving quick attack, double attack, which is fantastic. Grizzle Ranger will die. That's a last breath. Summon another Loyal Badger Bear, so it's replacing itself just like the Cursed Keeper. Radiant Guardian being a phenomenal card still. Yes, it's no longer 5/5, but a lifesteal 4/5 tough for 5 mana is still a brilliant card. She is utterly fantastic. She's got a whole load of really good sort of things to keep your win condition going along, and again keeps your Nexus health up. And then the lovely Genevieve, who I immediately thought of because that will probably take out a really big unit, help you with the attack and all that sort of stuff. Genevieve was brilliant in MF Scouts because you had Quinn, and Quinn needed you to attack a certain amount of times, as does Misfortune. But this, in combination with a Grizzle Ranger, you're now throwing things out. You're making them be on the back foot. I think it's fantastic. I really do think it's fantastic. And the only other card that I would possibly put in here, if I was at 39, would be a Sharp Sight. So Sharp Sight says, give an ally 2/2, and I can block units with Elusive this round. Now, this is going to probably take off Fading Memories, because I think we've got enough things in here to be able to kill things off. Sharp Sight is brilliant, but we've got so many 2-drops in here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the 2-drops. I don't really see a good reason to put another 2 in there as well, as we've got our spells at 16. This is very good because it will ephemeral things. To be fair, I'd probably take out single combat, and I can't believe I'm saying that. But this new patch is making this game be completely new. We're building decks differently, and building a Shadow Wilds deck now is not altogether about killing things to raise your Nexus health. Now, this deck, with the increase and buff to Lucian's level up and the Black Spear, I think we now have got a very good mid-range deck that combines all the best elements from Demacia and Shadow Isles. And if single combat does not work, I will probably... Do you know what? We've enough ways of killing things. I'm going to put Sharp Sight in, simply because Teemo is a thing. Teemo Swain is a deck that is doing very well at the minute. Nightfall Elusives will be making a comeback as well, probably with Shadow Isles for the Black Spear as well. And to be able to give an ally 2/2, and I can block units with Elusive this round, is fantastic. They'll probably still die. It's still the same cost as single combat, but if they're going in over the top of you, and you've got a decent sized unit that you can then add +2/+2 to, yeah, that's pretty amazing. So Sharp Sight is really good in there. Remember that Lucian, when he levels, you rally. So the first time an ally dies, you get rally. That is why we're not running Relentless Pursuits or anything silly like this at all. This deck can do practically every keyword that you want in a good deck. So my name is Sith Holocron. Thank you very, very, very much indeed for watching our videos. The deck code I'm about to clip, if I can find where I've just put this amazing deck. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. So I'm going to clip this, make the video, and thank you very much for watching. Until the next time, enjoy yourselves. Dongers out.